Welcome back for your yummy update. One green, others BTC candle. You know, friends, every other day we're going to zero, so we have to celebrate the tiniest of wins. Now, others BTC. No one in crypto is talking about it. Nobody cares. I like it. Remember, major loser pal, friends. Okay, major loser pal has a gorilla grip. We've got to keep it family friendly on the economy. Quantitative tightening. They say QT. All right. The opposite of that is QE. It's when they're buying the bonds. They print money, they buy bonds, release into the economy, money supply goes up and it stimulates. All right. Quantitative tightening, they're not buying them. Okay. They're just letting them roll off. Now, the last time they stopped the gorilla grip was August 2019. And if you remember, friends, a few weeks ago, I said, well, look, as soon as it stopped, we had the first green others BTC candle. And actually, that's what happened. And now they are stopping QT, right? They said December 1st, it's pretty much done. And to our surprise, it is actually green again. Now, of course, we don't want to get too excited because, like, we've had so much disappointment, friends. This green candle was Trump winning, and then we had 7 red in a row, which literally, this is the most heartbreaking thing, friends. We've never had 7 in a row. The last time we had 7 in a row is when altcoins literally did a 250x run, and then we had the 7 red in a row bear market. So, like, we didn't even get any upside, and we had so we've literally gone through the worst of the worst based off that PMI. So, major loser power ending in May. Maybe we're going to get a puppet coming in. I think that's the most important part, friends. So we've got to remove the news. There's a lot of other things we're going to go through, but it's cool, right? They stop QT and others BTC starts ticking up. I think that's fantastic. All right? But from the when they stopped QT to the DeFi alt season peak wave, it was 12 months. Man, it's a long time, friends. I mean, like, are we really going to run for another 12 or 24 months? We'll see. Now, of course, friends, we have a new Richard Heart project, MrProve. This is Richard Heart. Man, AI is so good, friends. So, MrProve, it lets you basically do transactions where you don't have to reveal all your information out there. It's how the real world works already, right? Like if you send someone money into their bank account, they can't see whatever's in there. All right? But, oh yeah, obviously I have a lot of questions. I don't know how they all can get answered. Like, for example, how easily copycatable is it? Like, if you have it for your community, can Uniswap take it? Can Amazon take it? Can Ethereum guys take it? I don't know. There's that. It will be a sacrifice, I guess. We're nowhere near that point. Something I just want to draw to your attention, once again, from Juicy News, just so everyone knows. Okay? The biggest sacrifice raised was PulseX, which was in December 2021. But you knew the chain was being made all the way in like Q1. All right? So that's a long period of time. So like, you never know. A sacrifice might actually run next year, like July or something. Just give you an idea. Because Richard likes to repeat his past success and stuff out here. Of course, you probably want to know, Sommi, are you going to participate? I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, of course, everyone's saying I've got no money. Yeah, duh, but maybe in 10 to 12 months, we're much higher. Maybe everything's up like 10, 20, 30x higher. I don't know. But also, you have to remember, if you allow a loud megaphone to yell to the world and attract every weak and emotional hand into the same pool as you, you are getting diluted. So if you get in early on day 1, but the megaphone is so loud that weak hands are buying in on day 10, they are diluting your pool. None of you are early anymore. Okay? It's like that traffic jam example. When everyone tries to be early, no one's early. Okay? Also, with every single Richard Heart project, we all know the pattern now. It doesn't even matter if it was Hex. Because you get the weak hands in, see, friends, they don't have long-term vision. So like when the price action doesn't feel good in the first like 7, 14, 20 days, they just start selling. because they say to themselves, oh, this isn't what I expected. This is not part of my strategy. And they just click sell. And then that cascades and you have your 90% drops. So I don't know how it's all going to work out. But that's all I know in my head. Okay, we'll see. Also, don't forget to stay hard. Leave me alone. I'm a 50 years old Japanese man. I love Sailor Moon very much. Man, I love these Japanese dudes, friends. These guys, they're just living a totally different world. It's a totally different world to us. Like it's, you know, makes you wonder. Also, funny news. Ben Copen. I'm selling everything. Why Ben Copen is cashing out of crypto. So Ben Copen, friends, is calling for Ethereum to crash below $1,000 by the end of next year. He believes most of the crypto cycle is over and that altcoins will drop around 80% lower from today. And in the interview, he recommended selling everything immediately and only leaving some for the final rally, where he expects Ethereum to max out near 5,000 max before collapsing to $1,000. So it could happen. It could happen. Now, why do I put that out there, friends? It's because, friends, I want you to see, like, look, someone with 1 million followers, okay, there's a lot of eyeballs on that, okay? So when someone's thinking that way and they have a big opinion, it's important because I want you to know that, like, and I wanted to know too, okay, wow, there are a large cohort of people who think it's completely over. I like to see that, okay? That tells me we're not in euphoria. That tells me we're not even complacency, okay? Complacency, friends, is it's gone up so much, and then you have the first dip, and then the weekend retailers buy the dip. Let me actually show you, okay? Complacency is here. Okay, in this complacency, that's the warning sign. The complacency is there's a 50% drop or whatever, but everybody buys the dip. And they're happy to buy the dip, okay? Now, in the past 3 major dips for us, were we happy to buy the dip? No. Let me show you. If you go to my weekly chart here, look at this. Were you happy to buy the September FUD dip? No, we all thought it was over. Were you happy to buy the dip on the Japan yen Pokemon explosion? No, that was scary. Were you happy to buy the dip on Trump tariff tantrum? Hell no. No, friends, Uncle Bobby and Ivan were selling. No one was happy. What about this 4-year cycle FUD right now? Oh, you know we're all poop scared. Okay, that's climbing the wall of worry. Okay, but at some point, there's a dip after euphoria, because now everyone's in, and everyone's like, bull market's still on. Great opportunity. That's totally different. Okay, we're not there yet. Thank you to Mr. J Plush as well. Hopefully Vitalik isn't foreshadowing the future of Ethereum's price trajectory with his autistic kangaroo stair-stepping. So this is Vitalik in the wild. Guys, he's not human. He's not human. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've never seen anybody do that in my life. I've seen a lot of things, friends. I've seen objects inserted and extracted from many places of this world. I've seen people do some crazy stuff. Have you ever seen that guy who eats glass? Yeah, but I've never seen anybody do this, by the way. Ever. There you go. Well, yes, our future is in that man's hands. Now, I found this funny. So, one of the very few rare females in this earth tried to join my Telegram chat. Okay? You can wait to this. And I said, oh yeah, Di, if you want to learn about crypto, into this Telegram chat. Or just from the internet. She opened up the chat. This is the first thing she saw. Because I clicked and I saw it too. Firstly, there was a naked girl swimming. Okay? I don't know why you got... There's like a naked girl, boobies are out, no context, just a naked girl swimming. Alright? Then you had Sydney Sweeney's boobies. Then there was the Indian Wojak guy memes. And then you guys are joking about Adolf Hitler. It was literally that. Bang, 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 bang. And there was not a single banana emoji. You know, so you got to remember, friends, this is this is crypto, man. Friends. Like, you have to entertain yourself when these things are down. If you're here for the long-term vision and the price isn't going up, you just got to keep yourself in the game. That's what it's like, you know? So that's why a lot of people get confused, because what people do is they go, ew, this doesn't sound right. I go. Yeah, but the people who stay are the ones who reap the benefits and the rewards, right? But yeah, I want to share that with you. Also funny, Mr. Playboy Penguin. Funny, I got banned from your admin when I posted a chart from a token called Full Send and it went to 0. You got to remember as well, so I have a policy, a filter in my channel. Any coin less than 2 weeks old, auto ban. Okay, auto ban. And you'll be surprised how clean the chat is. Okay, it's actually interesting. So everything's over, that's over 2 weeks. There's no dopamine hit with people. But yeah, it is what it is. Also, friends, you got to remember as well, like, I'm in there for my sanctuary. I don't want to be dealing with people whinging and crying. Hey, look at this coin. Like, bro, you understand there's literally been 485,000 coins that do the Burj Khalifa, man. We have no idea what the hell keeps a bid. So we're doing our best. Also, Richard Hart's new project, obviously catching waves. And I wrote here, if I was Greg the Duck, I would sell 10% of every origin address bag down. Then I would tweet, I'm taking a break. Then I'd delete Twitter for 3 days. Non-believers will be gone. Then I would return and start the next phase. So this pass we see now is easy. Okay? So this MrProve stuff, we don't know exactly if there's the full tricks and stuff coming out here. But yeah, I think everybody got off lightly. Because obviously if you're in PDI, bro, we literally woke up. Okay? It literally went to 0. And he fudded it 33 times in a row. You know what I mean? Like, so this thing's easy. At least you're actually getting something, right? Congratulations, Pulse Chain holders. You made it to the end. Your final boss was too easy compared to the diarrhea-inducing FUD we had to sit through. What happens next? Nobody knows. Just sit and watch the show. Pants stay on. Remember, billionaires are billionaires for a reason. Okay? So that's a lot of things, friends. Billionaires are billionaires for a reason. They know how to control people. They know how to groom. They know how to market. They know how to do these, okay? You and I can't understand. One day we will. Maybe when it's too late. Also, thank you for this, baby doll. Watching your friend Sommi out here in the wilderness. This is really cool. Wow, look at me. Enjoying nature out here. Yeah, friends. The whole crypto industry as a whole, all right, the distance we've come and the valuations we have, I still think the racism is too extreme. Some cool StableCoin SuperCycle news. The other day, we saw Circle minting 1.25 billion USDC on Solana. Very interesting. All right, remember, friends, just so a lot of people keep getting confused, right? StableCoin SuperCycle is the key. Because StableCoin SuperCycle, stablecoin payments get normies to adopt crypto, all right, to use for their everyday transactions outside of US banks, okay? So our base network effect of users grows, and they don't hate us because they're not seeing like NFTs and JPEGs and speculation stuff, okay? It's a win-win. That's why it's most important. Also, at the bottom, friends, we saw Uncle Peter Schiff marking us. Bitcoin isn't on sale. It's ridiculously overpriced. In fact, the opportunity to sell Bitcoin above 100,000 won't be available much longer. What's on sale are all the real things you can buy if you sell your Bitcoin now. So, Uncle Peter Schiff, classic bottom signal, classic. You got to remember as well, friends, when they invited Uncle Peter Schiff, by the way, this is why the Bitcoin dominance is doomed. When they invited Uncle Peter Schiff earlier this year to the Bitcoin conference, he admitted, he goes, look, the only reason I didn't buy it at $300 was because they told me about it at 30. And I could not bring it to myself to pay 10 times higher in price. All right. That's it. So that's the number bias trap. All right. If you measure Bitcoin by the number you heard it about, you're never going to get in. Okay. You're literally never going to get in. But if you measure Bitcoin and crypto by the other assets in the world, stocks are 150 trillion, gold is 30, bonds are 200. Okay, when you have a whole industry at 3.5, we're a joke. Okay, so we are still cheap. I also want to show you this cool chart. Actually, let's check this out too, friends. Uncle Bobby's actually bullish now. Uncle Bobby. Very early still, but a really positive feeling on the crypto tape. Very interesting. Here's my friend Jebediah. Did Ben Copen mark the end of the final boss of FUD, the 4-year cycle FUD? Mr. Jebediah, so a lot of these people, they're never gonna switch. You'll see. They don't switch. See, it's easy for you and me to switch, okay? Because we've been like watching it the whole time. But when you're committed to an idea, there were a lot of fake outs, and they stuck to their guns. And they're like, fake out, fake out, fake out. When every time Bitcoin dominance dropped, fake out, fake out, fake out. So it's locked into their mind, everything's a fake out. Okay, so you'll find it's going to be very, very hard for them to switch. Yeah, until it's too late. That's what it will be. Also, friends, I want to let you know, you've already cursed yourself if you're bullish Bitcoin dominance. You're one of those dudes. Why? Like, friends, they literally think, there's going to be this like period where Bitcoin dominance goes down. This is what they think is going to happen, okay? Which is not. All right? They think that, let me bring it up. Okay. They think this line's going to go down here. All right. And then, like, they go to a website and this magical menu of like 20 altcoins appear that say, buy me, I'm going to go up. I'm so cheap. It's free. That's what they think is going to happen. No. Okay. You and I, we understand the scope, the field, altcoins, the inflation tokenomics, the different leaders, different sectors. You and I know that inside out, but you don't know how little they know. They don't know shit. By the time the things are flipping, they have no idea what to buy. They have no idea. They literally have no idea. You know, that's why, like, if you ask me, Sommi, if you had a chance to do this again, would you? The answer is yes. All right? Because you don't get this world where you perfectly act defensive, and then when it's time to go attack, you throw out the bazookas. You don't know what coins to buy. And they don't even believe in any of them. They have no idea. They have no idea how to value them, right? Because they think they're valued at zero. That's why they've been in Bitcoin dominance the whole time, okay? So you see there's a catch-22 about it. That's why, like, there is no reward without risk. Yeah, our risk of time, risk of liquidity, risk of all these. But yes, I've been saying this for years and years and years and years. Maybe one day it'll be Boy Who Cried Wolf, and you'll come and see it. Okay? But yeah, I've got to stress that to you. Okay? These people on the sidelines, they're all gravely mistaken. They think, they're like, oh, the magical fairy has appeared. Now I shall buy altcoins and get 10x. No, bro, you have no idea what to buy. And they don't even believe in them. They don't believe in them so much. Do you think they're going to be able to handle the first dip? Imagine they rotated some Bitcoin into an altcoin, drops 35%, 40%. They don't believe in them. They have no idea. Okay? So that's how these stories play out. There's no perfect way to play this. You need to take on risk. Okay? Their risk is opportunity cost. Okay? And our risk is a different type of risk. We took liquidity risk, duration risk, and obviously it's been squeezing our balls for a long time. But not forever. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.